Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today there's a new bug in town, and it's a pretty crazy one. Its nickname is the Railgun Bug for very obvious reasons that you're about to see here. So I was perusing the Tsoft Clan Discord on my lunch break at work when I saw this Reddit post shared by a fellow called IJN Azuma. Sorry, this Reddit post made by a fellow called IJN Azuma on the Water Warships subreddit, where he citadels a Petropavlovsk at 6.6 kilometers with the lazo. So take a look at this clip here. So yeah, that's a little nutso. And what's going on here is that this bug, well, if you exploit this bug, you're essentially tricking the game to think that, as you can tell in the clip here, and I'll show you some clips from stream here in a second, my own test here in a second. What you're doing is you're aiming close to your ship, then very quickly aiming up at the target ship and clicking the fire button as fast as you can. You're essentially beating the tick rate on the server that makes the game think, okay, they're aiming at 400 meters, so the shell's going to have this penetration value and these ballistics and such. And then suddenly you're aiming further away and clicking fire, so you fire, and for some reason the game essentially applies the penetration value that you would have at 400 meters at whatever range you are at, be it 6 kilometers or 15 kilometers, and you get some pretty wonky looking shots with the shells. The shells, of course, are covering 15 kilometers in the time it would take them to cover 400 meters. So the shells are absolutely zipping at like light speed. It is nuts. And of course, since the game is applying those ballistic values that the shell has at 400 meters to 6 kilometers, most ships with decent AP, even if they're smaller caliber guns that can punch above their weight class at close range, you can citadel stuff you normally can't citadel at long range, and plus it's instantly there. So yeah, it's pretty kooky. And here's a couple of clips of me doing this on stream last night in a training room, most successfully with Des Moines. That was it! That was it! Oh my god! I'm unstoppable now! Oh! Dang. Oh my god, this is... God. God, because it's such a small move in turret view. Then I have that issue too with the turrets outrun it. I did it once just then. That was ridiculous! Oh my god! Okay, that looks so funny! Now here's some shots of this Des Moines game from the third-person point of view with the orbit camera on, so you can really see how wonky these shells look like. So yeah, I do not know what exactly is causing this. There's a couple of leading theories. Somehow the camera change is in way, shape, or form responsible for this, is one of the leading theories, along with maybe some issues with the tick rate. I don't know how the camera is tied to this. I mean, I'm not a master I'm not like one of those eldritch gods that understand the Warships engine code or anything, but I mean, like some like old first person shooters, and well, Fallout 76. There's some crazy stuff going on with like the frame rate and the camera, where you could, of course, run way faster than you were supposed to, glitch into some areas. Like some old school first person shooters, they tied a lot of stuff to the frame rate of the camera. But I mean, I don't think that's anything to do with frame rate in this game or the camera. Again, like the camera angle shouldn't really matter because it's just the camera angle. And the way that the game works with most stuff being server side, it again really shouldn't matter. Now, what is interesting is that once you log on to a ship, this glitch is much harder to do because of course the game now knows that when you're locked onto a ship, what ship you're aiming at, so it knows where that ship is at and whereabouts your shells are going, so it's a bit harder to pull off when you're locked on. But I was able to do that once or twice in the couple of training battles that we did on stream to test this out. So yeah, it's hilarious when it works. It's not super tricky to do in a training room. The easiest way to do it if you want to try it out for yourself is to be at like the turret height, because it's really easy to aim real close and you don't have to move your mouse too far up to move your guns toward whatever target ship you want to look at. And again, don't lock on. And it's really easy to do in a training room. Once you get the hang of it, it's a little difficult getting the hang of it though, especially if you've been playing mostly this game primarily, because of course, it's a very slow-paced game compared to like first-person shooters and stuff out there. But if you're someone that's got good reflexes, you can easily do this in a training room very, 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 very consistently. I got a pretty good hold of it here with the Des Moines after, I think we were in a training room for like 20 or 30 minutes at the start of stream on Friday night. So yeah, I don't know what's causing it. The leading theory is that there's something going on with the camera angle and the tick rate. Maybe like the tick rate was busted, and then when they changed the camera settings and whatever, that kind of pushed it over the edge. I don't know. It's so strange. It's so weird. Now, the other question is, how effective is this in battle? Well, doing this against bots in the training room with, of course, no live players, no one's shooting at you, you're not being dropped by a carrier, you're not being pinged by a submarine, it's easy to do. But practically in battle, I don't think it's super easy to pull off. I did try it a couple of times in battle last night, but it didn't really seem worth it unless you've got, again, a ship with decent AP and there's someone showing you broadside from a far away distance. In that situation, yeah, sure, but remember, to pull it off easily, you can't be locked on. And then, of course, when you're not locked on, your dispersion's really just, really up to a roll of a dice at that point. But if you can't pull it off, sure, it'll hurt and it'll slap them pretty good. And again, with the speed that the shells are going, it's pretty much there instantaneously too. But even to pull that off, because you got to remember, players are moving, your ship's moving, it's bobbing up and down. You can get, you can run to another player, you're being shot at. So it's not as easy to pull off in, random battle as it is a distraction-free environment in the training room. Now, I'm sure, of course, like players that are Unicum, Super Unicum, or that have good reflexes, I'm sure it's far easier for them to do. But I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be super widespread throughout the player base. You're probably going to see some people trying to pull it off and shooting the water 4 kilometers in front of them instead of the ship 14 kilometers in the back, which is pretty funny to see that happen. It happened to me a couple of times too. But it's not difficult to pull off with battleships, cruisers, destroyers, whatever. Pretty much once you get the routine down, you can go for it. But I'm sure it's going to be used a little bit in random battles, and it's probably going to ruin somebody's day if they're not paying attention. You got to remember too, it is primarily used with AP, because HE is like, yeah, cool, it's HE, but you're just slinging it in their ship at Mach 10. It's not going to do anything more. AP, on the other hand, yeah. So if you're angling in toward whoever's shooting at you anyway, it's no different than that. So it's just kind of an extra punishment for someone going broadside if the person shooting at them is trying this method. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be a major issue. It's been called a game-breaking issue several times so far. I don't think it's that bad. Again, it's pretty difficult to pull off. It's incredibly inconsistent because, again, even if you can pull it off, again, you have to be, well, you can't be locked on to do it easily. So yeah, it's inconsistent at best. But again, you know, some of those players out there that are pretty cracked out, I'm sure they can exploit it quite well. How are they going to fix this? I don't know. They have made a statement on the subreddit that they are aware of it and they're looking into it. So hopefully they'll have a fix out for this pretty soon. But last night, when this is currently probably at its peak, with people like Flamu making videos on it and quite a few streamers that I popped into their streams for a few seconds, they were doing it too. It was at its, I'm pretty sure, at its peak popularity last night, and I never ran across it on stream, and we played for 4 hours on stream last night. So I don't think it's anything too much to worry about. But if you got some weird shots over the weekend and into the next week, and you lose your half of your ship's HP all of a sudden real randomly to a ship that's 15 kilometers away from you, didn't see their shells coming at you, you probably got railgunned. So guys, just be aware of this, know what's going on, go try it in a training room for yourself. It's pretty goofy and pretty funny when you do pull it off correctly, but again, it's pretty difficult to do in battle and pretty impractical, but again, a good laugh when it does actually work. But anyway guys, that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday and a wonderful weekend. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 40,000 subs, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. Hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.